In today's video, Sethos, heir of the Temple of Silence, good-looking guy with incredible hair and eyes. I'm so jealous. Sethos is a 4-star Electro character, bull user, main DPS in spread and aggravate teams. In this video, you'll find tips, talents explanations, artifact sets, weapons, and more, so keep watching if you want to have the best Sethos in Genshin. But before getting started, if you have crazy builds of the patch characters such as those you're seeing on screen right now, and you want to flex them or need some recommendations to improve them, you can join my Discord server and flex or ask for tips in the designated sections. People who join my server also have the chance to be included in future videos. Keep in mind that the server has just been opened to everyone, so if you join now you could have more chance to take part to future videos. You're more than welcome to join, and with that out of the way, here's his character investment, and let's jump right into his active talents. With the normal attack, he performs up to 3 consecutive shots with a bow, but he doesn't use this part of his kit, so let's go ahead with his charge attack. While aiming, the power of Electro will accumulate on the arrowhead before the arrow is fired, and based on how long the energy has been charged, they have different effects. Charge level 1 fires off a arrow that deals electro damage, and charge level 2 fires off a shadow piercing shot which can pierce enemies, dealing electro damage to opponents along its path. After the shadow piercing shot is fully charged, Sethos cannot move around. So now that we know that he uses its charge attacks to fight, let's go to the next talent, which is the skill. With the skill, he deals AoE electro damage and quickly retreats. If this attack triggers electro charge, super contact, overload, quicken, aggravate, upper bloom, or electro's weird reactions, Sethos recover a certain amount of elemental energy. This is really good since he needs a lot of elemental energy but not for the burst, so I'll talk about it really quick and then we'll see why he needs all this elemental energy. With the burst, he enters the Twilight Meditation state, during which Sethos' normal attacks will be converted into enemy piercing dusk bolts, dealing electro damage to opponents in its path, with damage increased based on Sethos' elemental mastery. Sethos cannot perform aim shots while in this state, and damage dealt by dusk bolts is considered charge attack damage. So with the skill, you play him with charge attacks, and with the burst with normal attacks. So the level priority is given to normal attack, elemental burst, and last skill. Let's have a look at his passive talents, which hide the reason why we need a lot of elemental energy for him. So first one, when aiming, the charging time is decreased by 0.285 seconds based on each point of Sethos' current elemental energy. Charging time can be reduced to a maximum of 0.3 seconds through this method, and a maximum of 20 energy can be used. If a shadow piercing shot is fired, consume a detailed amount of elemental energy. If it is a charge level 1 shot, then consume 50% of the amount of elemental energy it needs for a level 2 shot. So this is why we need all those elemental energy and particles, because thanks to them, it charges his shots faster and deals damage quickly. With the second one, Sethos gains the Scorching Sunshade effect, increases the damage dealt by shadow piercing shots by 700% of Sethos' elemental mastery. This effect will be concealed after 5 seconds, a shadow piercing hits an opponent, or after 4 shadow piercing shots strike opponents. When a shadow piercing shot affected by Scorching Sunshade first hits an opponent, Sethos will regain Scorching Sunshade after 15 seconds. These names are melting my tongue. By the way, this talent is really good for his personal damage. And with the last one, Sethos displayed the location of nearby resources unique to Sumeru on the minimap, good for farming materials and stuff. So let's have a look at his artifacts options now. For 2-piece, you can use 2-piece elemental mastery, of course, Wanderer's Troop, Gilded Dreams, and Flower of Paradise Lost, 2-piece attack, Gladiator, Simenawa, and all others, 2-piece electro damage bonus, Thundering Fury, and 2-piece normal and charge attacks damage bonus, Marashusai Hunter. For 4-piece, you can use Thundering Fury, which gives him electro damage bonus and increases electro-related reactions damage. It doesn't increase much the reactions he plays with, but in that case, it's enough to give the Flower of Paradise Lost set to a support, and the team will have increased elemental reactions damage and also allow Sethos to use another set. Gilded Dreams is one of the sets he can use. For example, this set gives him elemental mastery and increases it even more with the 4-piece bonus, which also gives him attack. I didn't say this before, but his charge attack scales on Sethos' elemental mastery and attack, while his burst only on elemental mastery, so giving him attack is a good choice. Elemental mastery has the priority in which he takes advantages and buffs from it, but attack is kinda important too. Last set is Wanderer's Troop, which gives him elemental mastery and increases his charge attacks damage, which is really good for him. And even though he can use the normal attacks, I wouldn't use that much since you deal more damage with the charge attacks, and also his charge attack is the best we have in Genshin in my opinion. Of course, I'm talking of bow users. The rank of his best 4-piece is Thundering Fury in 3rd place, Gilded Dreams in 2nd place, and Wanderers in 1st place. Wanderer is better than Gilded in Sethos' case, just because Gilded gives stats that you can have on main and sub stats, while Wonder gives charge attack damage bonus, which we can have on main stats and sub stats. Talking of them, the main stats are Elemental Mastery on the Sand, Electro damage bonus on the Goblet, and crits on the Circlet, and sub stats are crits, Elemental Mastery, and attack. Keep in mind that he needs Elemental Energy, not Energy Recharge, so you should have teams with characters that generates a lot of particles rather than Sethos with Energy Recharge. Before we talk about his weapons options, I remind you to subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, and make sure to activate the notifications to not miss out any future guides of your favorite characters. So for weapons options, we have Aqua Simulacra, which gives him a lot of crit damage, and the effect, except for HP bonus, is really good for him since it increases his personal damage and makes him a lot stronger. The first Great Magic, which is also really strong on him since it gives crit damage and the effect increases his charge attack damage and attack based on the elemental types in the team. None of these two weapons gives EM, but you can always have it from the artifacts or from 4-star options. First one is Cloud Forge, which is the weapon Sethos came the first time with. I think this weapon was obtained through an event in 4.7. Let me know in the comment if I'm right. By the way, this weapon gives him Elemental Mastery and further increases it with the effect up to 80. Second option is Range Coach, which gives attack and the effect increases attack and elemental damage, which is not bad for him. You don't have bonus in charge attacks, but it can be a good alternative since the 5 stars weapon I recommended you are limited and the 4 stars weapon was obtainable just in 4.7 if I wasn't wrong. Last, Shion of the Blazing Sun, which gives crit rate and the effect decreases opponent's resistance to charge attacks, which is really good for Sethos. Let's have a look at his constellations. First one, the crit rate of Shadow Piercing Shot is increased by 15%. This is really good, and I'd say that we start really strong if this is the C1. With the second one, if Sethos consumes elemental energy with the charge attack, or he regains elemental energy with the skill, or he uses his burst, Sethos gains a 15% electro damage bonus for 10 seconds, so a 30% electro damage bonus, which is really good. Third one increases the level of normal attack by 3, really good for him. Fourth one, when a Shadow Piercing Shot or Dusk Ball strikes 2 or more opponents, all nearby party members gain 80 Elemental Mastery for 10 seconds. This is good for your supports but couldn't happen every time. Fifth, increases the level of the burst by 3. This is cute, it wouldn't be strong even if this was the skill. For Sethos, it's important in charge attack since the damage he deals with the ulti is considered charge attack too. Last cons, after Shadow Piercing Shot strikes an opponent, the elemental energy consumed by his first passive talent will be returned. This effect can be triggered up to once every 15 seconds, so even though this effect is not permanent, it still allows you to deal more charge attack hits, dealing more damage. So let's have a look at his team comps options. This time the showcase I usually show you won't be awesome since when Sethos came out I wanted to build him but I gave up on the idea since I have too much electro characters, and now I gave up on the idea of not building him, so I'll build him after the 5.2 since I want to pull for Chaska. Talking of the 5.2, keep in mind that Auraron will come to, and he is an Electro from Nelthland, so he could play Scroll, and in that case Sethos and Auraron would work really well together, so keep an eye on Auraron, or Auraron, let me know what is the correct pronunciation of his name. Anyway, the first option is Sethos, Nahira, Baiju, and Fischl. In this team we have Nahira applying Dendro, Weaver Mark, and increasing Sethos' elemental mastery with the burst, Baiju healing and increases elemental reaction damage with his passive talent, and Fischl applying Electro and generating particles for the team and more specifically for Sethos. The second option is Sethos, Naida, Cookie, and Furina. This second team is a bit different since Naida still does what she does in the first option. This time we have Cookie helping with particles and healing, and Furina with Hydro application and buffs thanks to her burst. As always, these were just examples. You can play with Dendro, Electro, and Hydro characters, so have fun. Let me know in which teams you like to play him, and that's all you needed to know about Sethos. I hope this video came useful to you. Don't forget to leave a comment of what you think of this incredible character. I remind you to subscribe to the channel and also to my TikTok and Instagram accounts, to join my Discord server if you want to participate in the next videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!